All right, how we doing, everybody? How we doing? It is Thursday. It is a drizzly Thursday, which is fantastic because for some reason the heat has been killing me more than usual this week. Unfortunately, I didn't charge my camera somehow. I forgot to do that. So I'm not going to be able to take a lot of footage today, but not the end of the world until I get back and I can talk a little more. Just because we're going to Central Park. I know not super original, but my legs have just been feeling tired this week, and I think I just need to run on some softer ground, and that's the easiest way to do it around here. There's some, don't have to be running on the cement sidewalks, which is kind of like the worst material all the time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check it out, see how that goes, and yeah, maybe I'll get some footage there. Tomorrow I haven't decided what I'm gonna do for a long run. It's either gonna be here in Manhattan, something a little interesting, or a little bit of a surprise, or we're going to go up to New Haven maybe tonight and then do a long run through West Rock State Park. I'm kind of leaning towards that, but I haven't decided if I want to travel yet or not. But leaning towards that because I think the hill work is honestly more important than the long distance work I would do if I were to stay here in Manhattan. So we'll see, but without further ado, we're gonna get going to the park. More than a drizzly Thursday. Gonna check the weather. Thoughts in on mine. For now, anyway. I'm not even quite 2 miles in. See, this is a scenario where a young, healthy person like myself can actually claim to not breathe in a mask. One of the very few. Well, we made it. I don't think anyone's gonna be here today. Apple store. We are living in it at this point. Fun times. Good times in the rain. Love that. Really love to do that. So, got a little bit of Carpenter syndrome going on again, which happened to me on Monday. Not really stoked about that. Probably just because I'm going a little faster than I should be. I don't know, we're working a little harder. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird because this wasn't happening before. Maybe I'm just paying my dues from my vacation and my legs just aren't happy with me. But as you lose more and more range of motion, you can't flex your foot, and then you end up slapping on the ground, which is obviously bad for one. You can't roll off your feet as well, so it just takes more work to like go the same speed. Then also just higher impact, which is even worse if you're already a heel striker like me. So it's pretty bad, and it kind of doesn't really go away until you just stop moving completely. Because the pressure just builds up more and more, and the muscle gets more and more deprived of oxygen. It's right here. It's like the interior tibialis or something. I don't know. I haven't learned about the legs yet. Something like that. I'll let you know in like 2 weeks once I've gone through the anatomy of the legs. But really not trying to do that the day before a long run. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take it a little bit easier rather than push through that. Sorry, I can't see anything because of the water on the camera, but not much you can do about that. But also you can hear the thunder, which I actually really couldn't hear because I was playing music until I just stopped. So, but I think we're all right. There's like a bajillion really tall buildings surrounding the park that are going to get struck before one of these trees do. I'm pretty confident. But who knows? Weather. Am I right? You know, somehow I've literally never noticed that obelisk right there. Like, what the heck? How is that possible? You know, there's something about just running down the street or road or whatever in the middle of a thunderstorm on a Thursday at like 10 a.m., 10:30. Just absolutely drenched without any plan of going back. It really makes you feel like a kid again. It's just freeing. And aside from like the couple of people that are like seeking shelter, like in the zoo, everyone that's out here really wants to be out here, you know? Even if they have umbrellas, they're like, when they set out, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go take a walk in the middle of a thunderstorm. I'm gonna bring my umbrella because there's not gonna be many people out in Central Park. Today's my day off. I'm working from home. I can do that. I'm gonna take full advantage. Gonna get my feet a little soaked, my pants a little soaked, whatever. I'm gonna see some happy people running out here. I mean, that's just cool. I don't know. It's simple, but it just brings a little bit of joy into life. This little river we got going on, and what it's been a really bleak year for a lot of reasons, but it's a little thing. It's a little thing. This guy's cruising 745 pace. Not bad. Foggy skyline, misty, what do you want to call it? Oh. Tough day for tennis players. Good day for runners. Well, I would argue good day for runners. Ocean. Hey everybody, so we are back in the apartment. I was going to film a little bit more, jumping over some streams and stuff in the last like mile or so that I ran, but the camera died. Yeah, the camera died. That's what I thought. The battery on this thing is not spectacular. Otherwise, really like it, but that's why you have two, and it's actually my fault because I just didn't charge it fully, so it's on me. But anyway, that's totally fine. I also had footage from yesterday, from Wednesday, that I was planning on like filming something, but I was also planning on doing a longer run yesterday, and then I just felt like garbage, and it was really humid, and I only went like half as far as I thought I was going to before turning back. So I'll like throw like a little bit in me like running over the Williamsburg Bridge here, but not going to showcase that too much. We'll come back another day and we'll hit the Williamsburg and I'll get to a better video of it. But it was just really humid, even like really early in the morning. I just could not get going. But today, actually, despite my complaining and whatnot about the Carpenter syndrome, about halfway through the run, I actually, after I stopped and walked for like a minute or two, felt way better after that dissipated, and then I actually felt really good the rest of the run. I was going, pretty much like I started off like 8:15 after that, but then got up to like 8-minute pace for the last 2.5 miles, and yeah, felt good, honestly. I was breathing really light. And my heart rate was supposedly really low. I don't know if like the water messes with like the optical sensors on these watches at all. Possibly that makes the heart rate come in a little lower. But usually I use my breathing to gauge how heavy my heart is beating as well. And a lot of the time I was breathing, I wasn't using my mouth to breathe, and that's usually like a good indicator that I'm down definitely below 150 or 155 heart rate, where I'm breathing through my nose exclusively, and I was doing that quite a bit, so I think I was down around 150 at least. So that's pretty cool. So I'm feeling pretty fit, or was feeling pretty fit after that, and yeah, so I think I've decided I'm gonna go to New Haven tonight. And then get up early and run through the park tomorrow, so we should get some good clips from that, because we didn't really get much else going this week. But yeah, that should be exciting, and I'll make sure to bring backup batteries, so should have plenty to see. But now I have to do some ankle balancing here on this little power disc. This is how I build up my side ankle strength, so I don't sprain my ankle running over rocks. Do some foam rolling in a little bit, and yeah, and then we'll be good to go in a couple of hours. But yeah, if people have questions about Carpenter syndrome or anything, I'm definitely not an expert, but I'm an expert at experiencing it at this point. And yeah, if people like that little video that I put in from Complete Anatomy app, I can do more of those. But until tomorrow.